Good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to America. Can we give a big round of applause? Welcome everyone, we are the U.S. Embassy's American Center, and this is the place for you to learn more about the United States. And hello everyone, my name is Patricia Elizabeth, and I will be your host for today's event. As part of the celebration of the 250 years of the United States, America proudly presents Alumni AS Network Summit 2026. Can we give a big round of applause? Today we gather here to connect, collaborate, and celebrate the incredible journeys and impact of our alumni community. To begin with, we will have the opening remarks. Please join me in welcoming Public Diplomacy Officer, U.S. Embassy Jakarta. Please welcome Mely Magaziner.
Hi everyone, selamat malam. Selamat datang di America. So wonderful to see you all. I saw some of you this morning, but welcome to everyone else. Thank you for joining the inaugural #Alumni AS Network Summit. And tonight's program promises to be amazing. We have some great speakers. I'm really looking forward to it. In Indonesia, we have over 19,000 alumni of US government-funded exchange programs, but we've never before brought everyone together across Indonesia through a network. So this #Alumni AS Network is really special and something that I hope will continue for years to come. I want to say a special thank you to Hana and Agus, whom you'll hear from a little bit later. But really instrumental in putting the network together. So thank you so much for all of your hard work. Thank you as well to all of the representatives, the facilitators, the mentors. We really appreciate it. I've followed along with your whole journey over the course of the past 6 months, and I've been so impressed and really moved by what you've been able to accomplish. So tanpa berlama-lama, I'll turn it back over, but let's enjoy tonight. And again, thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Ibu Mely Magaziner, for your inspiring remarks. Once again, can we give a big round of applause to Mely Magaziner? And now we're going to hear from Team Lead Alumni AS Network. Give a big round of applause to Hana Wirena.
So, good evening everyone. Selamat malam semuanya. Padahal tadi baru makan ya. Selamat malam semuanya. Nah, ini baru kerasa ada baterainya tadi ya habis makan. Oke, sebelum aku mulai, aku mau kasih pantun terlebih dahulu. Tolong dibantu cakepnya ya. Oke, jalan-jalan ke pagar alam. Jangan lupa membeli sepatu. Sebelum saya buka, saya ucapkan salam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, perkenalkan, saya Hana Wirena, Alumni AS Network Project Leader. And I'm so honored to be here with you, all of you guys tonight. And thank you so much for being here. And yeah, welcome to the Alumni AS Network Summit Freedom to 50 celebration and public seminar. So, ini merupakan salah satu dari agenda kegiatan Alumni AS Network Summit. Dan apa sih Alumni AS Network itu? Dan kenapa ada Alumni AS Network di Indonesia? Sebenarnya tadi sudah sudah sedikit dijelaskan oleh Mely bahwa jumlah USG funded atau US Government Funded Scholarship Exchange di Indonesia itu ada lebih dari 19.000 alumni di Indonesia. Dan sebelum ada Alumni AS Network, kita masih berjalan secara terpisah. Semua punya project, semua punya achievement, tapi sampai sebelumnya kita belum punya satu ruang nasional, satu platform nasional yang connect us together. So, melalui AN, we aim to connect, collaborate, create impact, and celebrate together. Dan kegiatan yang thank you. Dan kegiatan yang kita lakukan hari ini adalah part of the celebration. Teman-teman tadi udah ikut gallery walk dan juga tour di booth dari regional team kan ya? How's it? Is it engaging? Yes-nya kayak nggak ikhlas ya, padahal udah dapat ganci 5 ya tadi ya. Oke, how about the performers? It's really great, right? Katanya tadi mau bikin album, so yeah. Itu adalah part of our team, our participants. Kami punya 5 regional team dari Sumatera, kita punya Kalimantan, Sulawesi, Java, dan Eastern. Semuanya datang ke Jakarta untuk kita merayakan bersama dan showcase the impact they made in their local communities. Dan ya teman-teman masih banyak agenda yang akan teman-teman ikuti. Setelah ini akan ada public seminar, ada sesi terkait dengan security dan entrepreneurship. So enjoy the rest of the night. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat menikmati acaranya.
Thank you so much, Hana Wirana, for the amazing explanation. And now to begin our presentation and discussion, I will introduce our moderator for today. She is alumna of YSEALI PFP 2022. Please welcome Mely Arisandi.
Okay, good evening everyone. Good evening everyone. Oke ya, jadi kalau suaranya kecil, gede ya. Kalau gede, kecil. So thank you very much Mbak Patricia. Today, I will be your moderator. I know you guys maybe feel a little bit tired because you already spent your whole day here. And I hope you enjoy the dinner as well. And then, here that we are going to have 2 great speakers. And I promise you, this is gonna be an insightful and meaningful sessions. So just wait. Okay, but before I invite our first speaker to come on the stage and deliver the material, let me introduce you Bapak Damar Juniarto. Bapak Damar Juniarto is IVLP Alum 2018, a leading voice in artificial intelligence, digital democracy, and media integrity in Indonesia. He is a member of the Committee and Platform Responsibility for Quality Journalism, a consultant to the United Nations Artificial Intelligence Advisory, and a lecturer at UP and Fiji. As the founder of Kondisi and Pikat, Pak Damar has played a significant role in strengthening democratic values and combating digital distransformations. Without further ado, we would like to invite our very first speaker, Pak Damar. The time is yours.
Hello, thank you for the invitation. Nice to meet everyone. My name is Damar. Actually, the picture is not similar with me in real person. So I'm did it with AI actually. Look. Okay, everyone. I'm going to talk about something that being my focus since 2024 for you who didn't know me before. So I'm a former ED of SafeNet, Southeast Asia Freedom of Expression Network, since 2013 until 2023. So I went to the United States in 2018. Thank you for the US Embassy for sending me there. Learning about cybersecurity and online freedom of expression. I was back and I go to other places, to other countries, and then starting from January 2024, I'm starting my own research center focusing on AI and democracy called PICAT. PICAT is a shortened for Pusat Inovasi, Kecerdasan Artifisial dan Teknologi untuk Demokrasi. Keren kan? So I'm going to present you something that I already bring to everywhere, but this is my first time explaining this to Indonesia society. So I was presented this during the AI Impact Summit last month in India, but I think it's going to be something that good to know for everyone, especially the young generation who attend this this event tonight. So guys, my title of my presentation called "We Are What We Consume: How AI Will Derail Information Integrity." So let me start with the idea first. So the idea is coming from a person called Ian Zimmerman. Ian Zimmerman is a psychologist. He wrote one day in Psychology Today in 2013, and he said that we consume to construct and maintain our identities. At the same time, the things we consume influence our conception of ourselves. Means that everything that we consume actually become our identity, right? But today we are going to connect with the, not the food that we eat probably during dinner, but the information that we absorb from now. I think from now we are absorb information from the internet, right? From the social media, right? Including artificial intelligence. So I'm going to show you something that amazed me. Like probably me and Pak Oscar, we are coming from the same generation. And then we enter the internet era, right? We love reading papers, newspapers, and magazine. But then when we try to look information, we usually doing the analog thing on looking for information, right? But then come internet giving us a chance to find information more faster, right? With the search engine. When we click the search engine, we usually type information that I want to know. Like for instance, what is YSEALI? That's you guys, right? What is YSEALI? Exactly, that's YSEALI. Usually the search engine then give me the website, right? Where I can click and then I read the website about the program and probably the people who's joining the YSEALI. But now, that's the history. But now, if you're looking information on YSEALI and you try to put in the information, what is YSEALI, right? And then the browsers didn't take you to the website. The browsers giving you the information inside the browsers. They summarize everything, the information. That's what becomes a phenomenon called zero click. Means that no one today, if they're looking for information, then visit the original source. Right? Is it good? Why not? Huh? It is good if it's faster, make information faster, right? But we don't know is it the information is correct or not, right? And then the side effect is the media suffer because of that zero click. Without any person clicking to the media means that they didn't get any traffic. And Reuters just give us the numbers. What is the impact of this AI summary? Or AI summary is a services. Actually, they have a different name according to the browsers, right? Gemini, in Google, they call it AI overview. In Copilot, they have different names. So because of this, they didn't go to the publisher site. but they will drop off the visit. According to Reuters, the decline or the numbers, the downturn of the implementation of zero click create a minus 43%. That means a lot. Like if you imagine, if one day 1 million people usually visiting the media, then only and now it's only less than 57%, right? Because the drop of 43 means that low income for the media. But remember, this is only a global average. In Indonesia, I do my own research. Here, data from PICAT. Our data shows that for a media who's providing information, the drop become more, and I think we enter into a crisis because the drop, the data shown that number of people who's really visiting the media, the website, is less than 70%. 17% means 93% drops. That's a lot, man. From 1 million, 83. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I forgive me. I'm from communication studies, not from. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for the correction. Please forgive me. So the drop create something that worries me because if the media didn't get the economy side of the usage of AI, then it means that something crisis will be created because of the AI overview, AI summary. So that's one thing. So the economic side of the press is collapsed, but I'm going to show you what others that collapse because of AI. Others that collapse because of AI is what I call the role of the media as on a political information, giving you a political balance of information. Because media usually they did verification, right? Cover both sides, like, and then because of that, then we get information usually non-biased. They give us balanced information. But now, if you're looking on how we collect information, now we are using AI, and usually we use LLM, and probably some of you use ChatGPT or other we use DeepSeek to give you a balance. That this is not only look at the America product, but also look at the China product. And then what bothers me now is a new research coming from the University of Glasgow. They did research to over 28 LLM, and they test this LLM, whether this LLM really not biased, and how much they give you a room to think differently by providing a lot of information. For instance, for something that you want to know, they will give you a balanced information, not leaning to only one-sided. If you look at this, then you will find out that DeepSeek is only giving you 1%. 1% means that the information that the ChatGPT summarized for you is already giving you a small gap to other interpretation. So only one interpretation, and then that interpretation is coming from the ChatGPT. The DeepSeek. This is not good for democracy, because if you're looking for information, for instance, if you're looking for information about YSEALI, for instance, it's only small information that small part of the information given to you, then you don't have any other information that can challenge the information. So if we compare to others, for instance, so lucky because Gemini is giving you more than 1%. Gemini giving you 78%, means that Gemini is far better provide you information, but still most of the LLM is very tend to have a liberal perspective. So if you ask something that probably you are living in the close country like not Indonesia, obviously. If you go to the close country and then you're looking for information, the information that you get from the LLM giving you more ideas of liberation instead of. So and then what happened with this? What happened with this is actually for us who need a lot of information before we do or before we take decision. Take decision, we need more information. But with less information provided, then we have a problem of epistemical, because there is no conversation, there is no diverse opinion, and only short space for you to take decision. Then that means every decision that you make is actually not provide democratic discourses. And this is not a technical bug. It is actually the AI technology itself that might that happen. So it means that the algorithm dictate the boundaries of digital discourse, acting as a machine that select what is good and what is not, right? What is the impact of this? The impact of this is the information that usually we take from the media now become less important. The information that we take solely coming from AI make us feel that we don't need the media. So the media lose the economic side of their existence because of AI, but they also lose their political impact because of AI as well. So it creates something that I'm telling everyone. I wrote to several Indonesian magazine. I call it the diminished role of the press as the fourth pillar of democracy. In Indonesia biasanya dibilang media itu adalah pilar keempat demokrasi. So this is what I would like to share to everyone. So because of that, we are facing the collapse of the fourth pillar of democracy at the moment. As the way I'm speaking here, it's already happening. I'm in everyday life, I'm working as a lecturer, but I'm also serving as a member of press council, part of the press council. So I know what happened every day with the media, and that worries me because then the collapse of the media will create something that worries me, because then what we consume, back to the title, what we consume will become will create we not the same person that we used to know. Probably because of the information that we take solely from the AI summary will create us into different person on understanding. We become biased, right? So based on this, if you're looking at the slide, I have an idea. So the idea is actually safeguarding the information integrity, because the AI definitely derail the information integrity, and from cybersecurity opinion, then I will take opportunity how to get back to the correct way of the situation. I think what we need to know, what we need to do, one is if you're still the way you look for information still depending of LLM, means that you need to take more than one model. If you usually you take only one model, for instance, you use DeepSeek, then you have to combine with others as well. That's the only way to give you more ideas on actually what information that you need to know. So that's an easy way. A hardest way is to push the AI technology to widening the bar of the percentage. The ideal one probably no less than 35%. It means that we will get good information at any LLM that we use, but it's a long shot. So that's one idea. The second idea, I think I will give you an idea that of course we need media literacy, but we think we should think more than just media literacy. We need to understand this and then solve this problem with our capability at the moment. Either talking to the government, for instance, to make it better, or talking with the tech companies that provide the AI technology, or we are doing with the society, we telling this information to everyone, so everyone realize that this is something that actually happening, that we need to be concerned with this information. I think that's all that I want to share to everyone to make it shorter and then happier for everyone to continue the
All
session.
right, thank you, Pak Damar. For everyone, if you have a question, just wait because we are going to have a question and answer sessions after our second speaker. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce you our second speaker, Oscar Garcia. Oscar Garcia is the founder and chief empowerment officer of Aspira Consulting, a Silicon Valley-based firm focused on leadership, communication, entrepreneurship, and AI-enabled career mobility. With experience spanning startup, nonprofit, leadership, LinkedIn, and community partnership, Oscar has trained over 75,000 participants across 18 countries and is passionate about preparing the next generations for an innovations-driven future. Please welcome Oscar Garcia. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Hello, Jakarta. I have been here for just little over 24 hours, and I want to thank you for the warm hospitality. I have fallen in love with you in such a short period of time. Thank you. I also want to thank, of course, the U.S. Embassy for inviting me to come here to be with you. So today, I'm going to be talking about entrepreneurship networks that work. And let me just make sure. Yes. Okay. Before I get into it, I want to share with you a little bit about my career journey, because the things I'm going to share with you come not because I watched a YouTube video or I read a book, nothing wrong with that, but they come from the trials and tribulations of falling down, getting back up, falling down again and getting back up, and having bruises and scars, and learning from some of the many mistakes that I have made. First up, believe it or not, I have transitioned careers 11 times. I know some of you are looking, Oscar, I would never hire you. Now, let me put some context into this. Part of the reason is because early in my career, having grown up in the San Francisco Bay Area, or now as we call it, Silicon Valley, I started early in my career working for startups. And contrary to popular belief, many startups go out of business. Either they lose funding, or if they do get acquired, oftentimes if they keep anyone on the team, usually it's the software developers. I was in sales, and so sales and marketing are the first to, like, as we say, get the boot and bye-bye. All right? So every year and a half, I was getting laid off. Next, even though I have transitioned careers many times, the most I ever was out of a job was 6 weeks. Why? Because I learned how to develop my network, how to develop relationships. Also, I have been hired without having any experience for that job. See, I started a family, and I needed more stability, financial stability, instead of every 18 months getting laid off. And so a good friend of mine was on the board of the local Chamber of Commerce, and he convinced me to apply for the Chamber of Commerce president CEO role. And I said to him, I don't even know what a Chamber of Commerce does. My competition had 25 years of chamber experience. There were the interim chamber CEO, and the board loved them. I had a better chance of going to Las Vegas and putting a $100 bill in the slot machine and hitting the jackpot than getting hired as the chamber CEO. And guess what? I got hired. Right? Also, I have been in positions, in situations where a company created the position and they called me and they said, Oscar, we have this position. Are you interested? Who doesn't want to be in a position where you don't have to submit your resume and you don't have to beg for the job, but instead the company comes to you and says, hey, Oscar. Exactly. Who doesn't want to be? Raise your hand. Who doesn't want to be in that position? Me. Right? Yeah. The rest of you want to. Okay. All right. And then lastly, I've also been fortunate enough where companies have recruited me. The reason I tell you this part of my journey is because it is all tied into building strong networks, building strong relationships. And being able to tell your story, being able to create that credibility, that proof. Because you don't just want to have a strong network, you want to be able to deliver. How many times have we, you don't have to raise your hand for this, but how many times have we put our reputation out there to recommend someone and that person let us down? That's not good. So I'm going to come to you today in terms of building networks from an introvert perspective, because my natural personality is an introvert. And I know many of you don't believe it. But I'm here, one, to prove to you that you can be an introvert and do public speaking, training, travel the world. The difference between me being an introvert and my brother who's an extrovert is that when I'm done today, I'm gonna be happy going to my room by myself, just flipping through the channels. No one's bothered me. My brother, if he was speaking, afterwards he would invite you to his house for a barbecue. Okay? Any introverts in here? Okay, you know what I'm talking about, okay? And so really, what I have learned as an introvert is networking, and I'm going to keep it really simple. It's just simply being a friend. Just be a friend. Do not complicate things. I think we all. That's one of the things that right off the bat that I picked up from you, is that all of you are very friendly and smiling. I mean, I have yet to run across someone who's like, oh, I see all of you exactly are doing that. You're all smiling. I turn to my right, to my left, up, down, whatever, and you're all smiling. Okay? You come across friendly. You're being a friend. All right. Why do networks fail? Let's talk about this here, okay? Why do networks fail? First of all, here's the thing. Many times, we idolize the solopreneur. Anyone heard that label, solopreneur? Can I tell you something? I don't believe a solopreneur exists. I am not here by myself. I am here because there's people behind the scenes helping organize this, obviously the US Embassy. I am here because my wife, my daughter, my family have agreed to sacrifice me spending time with them to be here with you. There's no such thing as a solopreneur, right? Now, I want you also to talk about making this mind shift. And on the one hand, on the left-hand side, you have the traditional networker that treats meeting people as a number, a transaction. I don't know about you. I don't like to be treated like I'm just another speaker. I'm just another number coming here. Because I certainly don't treat you that way. It is about making that shift to be able to build mutual respect and to earn the trust of others. Not demand it, you earn it. Because see, many people, and as human beings, we are naturally selfish. We are. We're babies, we cry because we want, we're hungry or we need a diaper change or whatever. We get a little older and we start playing with our toys, and then another kid comes around and wants to play with our toys, and what do? Right? And our parents teach us to share, Oscar, share. But we're naturally just selfish. But you know what? We can change. We can change and not focus on what's in it for me, but instead, what's value can I add to other people? And really about the networks, like it says here, it's about being intentional in what it is that you're building. That foundation, again, is trust. I learned something from my father where my father said, relationship first, business second. Relationship first, business second. And one of the things that I already see in your culture is that you believe in the family unit, the collectiveness, right? But at the same time, what I also see, and not just here in Indonesia, but wherever it is that I go around the world, is people doing this. What am I doing? Texting. I'm looking on my phone. When I got off the plane at the airport, you take a shuttle to go get your luggage. Got into the shuttle bus. There was about 50 of us, and I sat in the back. I'm just sitting there, and the bus fills up, and as soon as the doors close, people start pulling out their cell phone, and their cell phone becomes their best friend. I'm for technology. I really am. I love new apps and playing with them, but what I also do believe is in the high-tech, high-touch approach. Let me say that again. I believe in high-tech, high-touch. Now, here's what I encourage you to do to focus on 4 types of relationships. So first off is, because I'm talking to a lot, right, entrepreneurs, business owners, professionals, okay, here are maybe future entrepreneurs, future business owners, and that is, the first one is about focusing and identifying some partners, right? People and organizations you can build with. Again, earlier I said that I don't believe in the solo entrepreneur. It's about leveraging those relationships, okay? Obviously, the second one is customers. But when I say focusing on the customers is I want you to focus on what is the value that you're going to bring to that customer. See, I'm going to tell you something. I don't have to record my presentations here. Now, I'm not doing it here because I was told, it's being live streamed. But I was at Madon earlier this week, and the presentations that I did, I recorded them. No one told me to. But the reason why I did it is because afterwards, I will edit them, and I will pay someone out of my own pocket to edit those videos, and I will make them available to anyone. I don't have to do that. But see, one day, you might run into someone, or you might be in a position where you're like, I remember Oscar. You know what? I like his attitude. Let's talk to him and maybe hire him. And if you don't, I'm okay with that too. But see, I focus on your needs and how can I best serve you. Next one, mentors. Right? Sometimes we feel like we have all the answers. And we don't need to talk to anyone else. We don't need anyone else's support. We have all the answers. I'm going to tell you something. The best teachers were once the best students. The best teachers were once the best students. And I encourage you to always have a student mindset. Never grow weary of learning. And then capital. No, I'm not talking about money. Even though money is important, right? To grow our business, venture, and so forth. I am talking about social capital. I am talking about community capital. See, we don't really, when we talk about business in entrepreneurship, we don't really talk about community capital. Everyone wants to know, how can I raise money from these venture capitalists, like being in Silicon Valley? No. Listen, I took care of my parents the last 7 years that they were alive. I was their primary caregiver. Today, my wife is doing that with her parents, my in-laws. One day, God willing, I get to be old, and I will need someone to take care of myself too, right? And oftentimes, just like, because my parents were from Mexico, so I'm Mexican-American, we have that value of taking care of our elders, the community, right? So let us not forget that and do it right now and throughout our entire journey. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up here shortly. I didn't come this far just so you can hear me speak. I want you to take some action, and I like to keep things very simple, practical, and actionable. Who has a cell phone in here? Raise your hand. Okay, pull out your cell phone. Pull out your cell phone. Pull it out. Go to your contacts, and I want you to find someone that you have not spoken to or had any communication in 6 months or more. Yeah, see? Exactly. So find someone who you have not spoken to or had any communication in 6 months or more, and I just want you to send them a quick text and say, hi, Amy, we haven't talked in a while. Just wanted to say hello. Okay? Hi, whatever their name is, we haven't talked in a while. I just wanted to say hello. Let me tell you why I tell you to do this. Because most of the time, the only time we think of someone is when we need something from them. I know it's happened to me. I get messages, phone calls, and we have not spoken to in years. This is how it typically goes. Hey, Oscar, how you doing? I hope all is going well. And then, by the way, blah, they tell me what it is that they need. And I'm like, what happened to, like, hey, you know, like that relationship here. Because I feel used. It's like my son. The only time he texts me is when he needs money. Some of you are like, I do that to my parents too, Oscar. No. And you know what? He's my son. I love him unconditionally. Obviously, okay? But just do that because that gets us in the mindset of being a giver, not a taker. So I want to leave you with this. I encourage you to take your eyes off yourself, place it on the needs of others, and turn strangers into friends. Give without any expectations. Genuinely support others. And also, I want to tell you that growth is waiting for you in the connections. Thank you, everyone. I love all of you, even though I don't really know you, but I know your heart, and I know that smile and what is behind your smile. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Oscar, please stay to stage. It's okay. So we would like to invite Pak Damar because we are going to have a discussion. Okay, Pak Damar, you can see here. Oh, Oscar in the middle. Okay, Pak Damar. Okay. Pak. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, so everyone, this is our open session, so everyone can give any questions to Oscar and also Pak Damar. But for the first sessions, we are going to open 3 questions first. Is there any question? 1 here, 2, and the third one? Is there any? Third. Okay. Please. Yep. This one, Mbak. Okay. This one first. The first questions, please.
Okay, thank you. My name is Anna. The first question is for Pak Damar. So regarding the AI, actually Indonesian people even now reduce the checking the original website. It's like I saw from your information was 90%. So do you think this is due to the education? Yeah, most of people maybe they have less education or less educated compared to the average. Yeah. And even if you look at, I saw the news, the average IQ. I don't want to really talk about it, but maybe it has some relationship with that. Yeah, maybe they're less educated. So then we need to educate people more. So what do you think about that? So maybe we can improve the attitude of people's Indonesian people attitude. And for Oscar, it was a very both of you, yeah, Pak Damar and Oscar, were very inspiring. So I'm just gonna let the others ask question for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bana. And then the second questions, we are going to take all the questions first.
All right, good evening. Thank you, Air America, for having this, and Alumni AS Network. I just want to call to Mr. Garcia, and then you're right when you assume that we didn't. None of us believe that you were introvert because you don't look like it. And some of your stories actually kind of relates with me a little bit when you say that you were in several employments. I just want to know, as an introvert, born and growing up, was it your first employment being in sales and marketing position in your career? You're always doing that, you told us to be more, to have a more open and to connect, to expand our network. Is it necessary to be selective in connecting to people, like just connecting to people, yes, but keep in mind that we have to also connect with high quality people. That's what I wanted to ask you about. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for the asking. So I want to ask Mr. Oscar. So I love your presentation, honestly, because I am the man of, I like to making friends. I'm an extrovert man. So just now you talking about friend, and relationship, but even though I have through every, not having through most of you, more of you, but I think you didn't mention that friends can betray us one day. I have friends that betrayed me, become a traitor, and I have that statement that friend end with N, girlfriend end with N, boyfriend end with N, best friend end with N also. So there is also N in our relationship. So how can you explain to me especially that friends that we chose that must become friends that we also end with it? So that is my question. Thank you.
All right. Give big round of applause for all the participants who asked the questions. Maybe we start with Damar. Damar, you want to start first? The first question is about the education level of people that got influenced by the material they browse on the internet and how they actually filter it.
Yeah, I think thank you for the questions, and then this is something that really need more and more people discussing about it because the problem is exists now with people that people in Indonesia usually take their decision based on what they read, and what they read is usually coming from or has a part of AI and giving that information based on from their algorithm, for instance, and or coming from the history of the internet browsing activity, or even from something that you saw on your social media, YouTube or TikTok, right? So usually AI is part of it. So there is two experiments that already been done for a couple of years. Once the experiment called the digital detox means that you need to clean yourself from the digital activity for quite some time. I just tell Oscar earlier. So I went to a place in Jakarta Selatan, I think with Mbak Dian here. The place provide an event for you to have 3 hours activity with no gadgets. So you have to put down your phones, and then you have a real activity, a real connection with people, and getting information from persons instead of getting information from the gadgets, from the AI, right? And then it's healthier in terms of putting back the information integrity, because then you process the information based on your experiments, based on your understanding, based on your common sense, which is not being provided by the AI. The second experiment that I thought that will be very good is the digital literacy program. It's actually something that have been done by so many civil society organizations in Indonesia, for instance. There's a program called Tuta Tular Nalar from Mavindo. It's targeted to the elder because for young generation, I think we don't have problems with information, right? We know that some of the information probably created by AI, for instance, is a deepfakes, then we easily can identify it. But for the elders, it's harder to know that the actual Jokowi cannot speak Chinese, right? But they saw it on the social media, and then they believe that he able to do that, to do it. So a lot of deep fakes, including I think the many deep fakes that surround our society is deep fakes that come giving you an information that you should buy some medicine, some drugs, for instance, like you should buy this product because then you have no pain at your ankle, right? And because this is me in my 50 years, probably all the information, the AI algorithm reading me as an pralansia or people's already elder, so they're giving me a recommendation to buy that product, right? And I met a lot of elders who asked to me that should I buy that because Dr. Terawan give recommendation to buy the product. That actually probably many of you already agree that the real Dr. Terawan is not endorse the product, right? So that program is run very, I think it's run very good, and as an experiment, we should scale up the number of that program, doing the digital literacy, not only for the elders, but also to other generation as well, including for us, for the young generation, who's probably the Deloitte said the youngsters that between 16 until 24 now should be called a generation of AI generation, for instance. Probably you need more in digital literacy, just like this that I shared to you, but in a more easy way to understand, to limit or to vary the usage of LLM that you use to collect information, for instance. That better for the young generation to combine the information that they collect, not only depending on only one LLM, but you need to put different LLM just to make sure that you're not trapped on the epistemic bottleneck that been provided by the AI. But I think more experiments should be done, and that's our task to find how to solve this problem. Obviously, one solution that might not work is to block the services. Probably some of you already know some of the AI had been blocked last year or this year. One of them is Grok, right? Grok AI is being blocked. I think that's something that, for my point of view, is not solving the problem, because the problem is not, the solution is not blocking. The solution should be asking the tech companies to perform better on protecting the information. And the second one, doing a lot of capacity building for the generation, for the people, including the young generation, to understand that AI should be taken carefully, because it should not the only, you should not rely AI to take decision for you. You're the one who should take decision based on information that you collect. So that's my short answer. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Pak Damar. Okay, so the next question, I think the second, also the third question is quite the same. Yeah, even though the second question is about the introvert perspective, and the third is about extrovert perspective. But somehow the question focus on, is it necessary for us to actually get connected with selected people, and how we choose the right persons to be our friends?
Yes, that's a great question. So, first off, I do believe that we need to have goals and aspirations, and therefore identify who are the people that will help us achieve those goals. And so in that way, we are being selective, okay? Now, generally speaking, yes, be selective in who you associate with, but be unconditional in what you give and who you give. Again, I come back to myself. I will share my content, the videos, to all of you. I've given you my contact information when I do presentations and so forth, and you're welcome to reach out to me. But at the same time, I have a goal to grow my business, and I'm going to be selective in who it is that's going to be part of my team, because my goal is not to be a bench warmer, but my goal is to win the World Cup. Do you see the difference? Yeah. I'm not going to win the World Cup with my grandmother on my team. And no disrespect to my grandmother, but I'm going to win the World Cup with having the best players and associating with the best players. So when you look at that, and the answer is, what's your goal? Who should you associate with to help you achieve your goal? But be kind to everyone.
Okay, all right, good. Thank you very much, Oscar and Pak Damar. We still have, but not many questions left. Maybe like 2 questions. One, here, maybe. Okay, the black cardigan, right? Okay, next. This one, Mbak. Okay.
Hello, I'm Priscilli. So actually this question is maybe more related to Oscar, because yes, I can see you because I'm an introvert person too. And then I'm a professional in one of the e-commerce in Southeast Asians. And then I'm a part of a community too, in Rising Girls community. So basically, my question is related to, what is it, relationship. because my work, both in community or in professionals, is related to relationship management. But what I see based on your experience and your presentation is actually we have to be genuine or maybe not really pushy or not really demanding to them. As a context, I am a consultant in my professional work. So my objective is trying to help, let's say, grow their business. But at the same time, I have also the timeline. So what the intersection for them? So we don't actually we don't really look like a demanding person, but at the same time we want to help them to get the momentum. I think that's the question for you. Thank you, Oscar.
Yes, of course. Great question. So there's two words that I want you to keep in mind. Number one is assertive, and number two is professional. Now, assertive doesn't mean aggressive. It means firm, and again, you have a goal, you have an objective, and being professional. So really, it's really about being professionally assertive. And so to your question is, and I do this with my team, we have goals that we're going to achieve. And my goal is to share my vision with the team and get them to buy into the vision. And one of the ways that I get them to buy into the vision is by me understanding what motivates them to be part of the team. Because now we have a mutual respect and understanding and shared goals and a timeline to achieve them. And they can hold me accountable just like I can hold them accountable to it too. Every Monday we have our team meeting and we use Asana to keep track of tasks. And I look at that and I expect my team to stay on top of their tasks, and they can see my tasks too. And when mine are red, you know what? I feel bad. I feel like I can't say anything to them. And so guess what? That keeps me accountable on my task, and we're all together. It's just, once you do that, it's mutual respect, and it's like everyone is pedaling the bike together, and you go faster.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the questions. And the last questions?
Hello, good evening. My name is Saras, and I'm part of one of the participants from the Alumni IS network. And we have a project, a digital literacy project for the Sumatra region. It's called Soul Mantra. So my question is for Pak Damar. I think last year there was a viral video of one of our finance minister to, like in Instagram saying things that she did not say, and that was AI. But the thing here is that at that time, no media actually clarifying anything or saying that, okay, that's actually fake. So when we are trying to make sure that AI does not destroy the media, but at the same time, when there is like something goes viral, when like AI generated content, the media mostly stay silent. So like, how do we balance that out? And my second question is for Oscar. I'm just gonna keep it quick. How do we make sure, like after the first introduction with the new people, how can we make sure like the conversation flow? So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Maybe Pak Damar can answer it directly.
Thank you for the questions. Yes, you're correct. There is a lot of information actually surrounding us, and one of them is the deepfake. The deepfake of the former finance minister is actually very bad, because I think I'm also invited by the media to tell everyone that it's a fake. I already give a statement. And if I'm not mistaken, it's 2 days after the spread of the viral videos. So it's late. You're correct. The thing is, the availability of AI detection, defect detection tools is not as easy to get as the tools to create the deepfakes. Because to create the deepfakes, you only need an account, Gmail account, and then you register to the services, and you can create. Well, to detect, you need to have a specific tools that not might be easy for everyone, including the journalists, to have that tools. The tools is there, but it's expensive. Why we need the tools? Because our eyes cannot differentiate the defects anymore. Usually we able to detect it easily because probably the fingers of Oscar is not 5, probably 6, right? Or the eyes, the pupil color is different. One is green, one is blue, which is very rare, right? But AI easily can be identified easily. But now the AI quality is very good. So that's why we need the tools. So I'm trained as a person who able to differentiate deepfakes. But for me, it takes probably 1 day to observe that. So to your questions, the problem is not the tools. The problem is not, actually the problem is not the media who's not covering it is fake or not. The problem realized at the people who made it has a bad intention. Second, the technology itself create a space for people to do that. So I think we have to think beyond of telling everyone this is fake or not, but we have to think upfront to make the technology limiting the people to make deep fakes that harm people. Probably that's the solution that I can give to you. Thank you.
So the answer that I have for your question in terms of, how do you take it beyond? Everyone, the secret is in nurturing relationships. See, many of you will reach out to me. However it is, send me an email, we connect on LinkedIn, and I don't reply to your email or to your message, and you think that I don't know, you're bothering me, I'm upset at you, I forgot about you, and you never follow up again. And the reality is that we're all busy. I have emails in my inbox from over 2 years ago that I have not responded. Not because I'm a bad person, I make mistakes. And I've also had situations where people do not respond to my messages. And when I do see them now in person, I just go up to them and say, hey, how you doing? Hello. I do not make them feel bad because they never responded, because we never know what's going on behind closed doors. And so nurture that relationship. How? Depending on the type of relationship it is. If it's an active business relationship, you follow up maybe 2 or 3 times, connect with them on social media, engage with some of their posts, and if they don't engage back, step away. Come back maybe 3 months later, 6 months later. Or if it's not a business relationship and it's just a casual relationship, same thing. That's one of the beautiful things that I use social media to engage with people. And in fact, actually, some of your teams here, I heard that this event was the first time you're meeting each other in person. And it's the same thing today with me. I'm very active on LinkedIn, and I have basically closer relationships, friendships with people who I've never met in person than even my own cousins. But it's how we nurture those relationships. That is a secret sauce.
All right. Give big a round of applause for all the participants and all the speakers. Thank you, Damar and also Oscar, for your time and also your materials and your insightful, stories and experiences. And we would like to, invite you back to the seat. Thank you very much. Oh, stay. Oh, because you're going to take a picture, please stay here. And thank you very much for everyone for joining the event, especially these sessions. Thank you very much. And I am the moderator. I'm so sorry if there is something that maybe is not right or appropriate for you guys. I will give it back to Mbak Patricia.
Thank you so much, our moderator, Mely, Arisandi, and all the speakers. Once again, can we give a big round of applause for today's session? As we come to the end of this evening, we hope today has inspired you to continue to connect, collaborate, and celebrate within our alumni community. Thank you for being part of #Alumni IS Network Summit 2026. And And also thank you to our audience from Universitas Pelita Harapan. Thank you for coming, UPH. And to get to know more about At America, you can follow our social media. We have on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, AT America. With that, thank you so much for tuning in with us. My name is Patricia Elizabeth, and see you at the next At America events. Bye, everyone.